I will very briefly sum it up in English. In the last few days, what one has seen are not one, not two, not three, but 7 such cases that the CAG has brought to light, India's chief auditor has brought to light, which smacks of rampant corruption in this government, which scam after scam is being unearthed right under Mr. Modi's nose, but Mr. Modi chooses to keep quiet. He may call them anti-national, he may jail them, he may even raid them, but the reality is that it starts from the Bharatmala project, where the cost of construction has doubled from 15.37 crore per kilometer to over 32 crore per kilometer. Not just this, the tender process was flawed. There was never a detailed project report that was submitted. Money to the tune of 3,500 crore rupees was diverted from the escrow account. And more than anything else, safety consultants were not appointed. So you are responsible if you are traveling on any of those roads, not the government of India. The Dwarka Expressway, and this is the second such scam that has come to light, the construction cost went up from 18 crore per kilometer to 250 crore per kilometer. To construct 2 kilometers of the Dwarka Expressway, a Mangalyaan could have gone. 500 crores is what it took. The NHAI has looted common citizens of this country to the tune of 132 crore only when 5 toll plazas were audited. Imagine if every toll plaza in this country is audited, what would the tune of this scam be? 132 crore scam across just 5 toll plazas. Because of concession agreements, there's another hit of about 135 crore to the exchequer. The Ayushman Bharat scheme that the Prime Minister keeps talking about, the 4th such scheme that we'll talk about, 7.5 lakh beneficiaries registered with 1 phone number. But that's not all. Over 88,000 such patients who died during the treatment. Fresh claims were issued, payments were made in their name. Who did that money go to? That's the big question. The Ayodhya development project. We all know what happened with land deals, how they were bought at peanuts and then sold at high prices to the trust. But we now are discovering that the Ayodhya development project is also riddled with scams. Money has been issued to contractors who are not even registered. There's GST payment that's coming their way. Who are these people? What are they doing? How come the bidders, the tendering process is so flawed? The Rural Development Ministry, and this is a very important point that we must point out. The Rural Development Ministry has a provision of pension, and that pension goes to the poor who come from, who are either physically disabled, or it comes from the widowed, or it goes to the old. All 3 pension schemes come under the Rural Development Ministry. Money from this was diverted to put hoardings in 19 states and every district on the Swachh Bharat fortnight that they celebrated. HAL has also been pulled up for a flawed engine design, which caused a loss of about 154 crore rupees. So we have only very limited questions for the Prime Minister. Question number 1, will you break your silence on the CAG scams that are being unearthed right under your nose? You are the chairman of the CCA, the Cabinet Committee on Economic Affairs. Are you going to open your mouth on the Bharatmala project that saw costs double? How will you act against the Road and the Surface Development Ministry? Because we have seen a huge scam in Dwarka Expressway. We've also seen the NHAI loot. Will you act against the Ayushman Bharat Ministry and Minister and ask them how was money for beneficiaries diverted and where did that money go? Will you act against the Ayodhya development project? Inquire finally on the dodgy land deals and also on the kind of money that was given to contractors whose registration has cancelled. And the reality, my friends, I would want to say, and I say this with a heavy heart, there was a time that the very mention of the CAG made editors, anchors, reporters jump up in the air. Maybe with glee, but they asked questions. It's another story that some of those CAG reports have come to be absolutely false and politically motivated. But the reality is that today the media is quiet. There is not 1, not 2, but 7 CAG scams that have been unearthed. and the Prime Minister stays silent. But I think this is public loot. We believe from this platform, this is looting the exchequer, this is looting the people of India, and action should be taken. But before action is taken, the Prime Minister needs to tell this country why are people being allowed to take undue benefits of schemes meant for the poor, meant for the physically challenged, meant for the old, and also meant for the widowed.